How are you all doing, guys? I hope you're doing fine, staying at home and staying safe. So, this is Rishab from SportsNewsQuest, and today I have a very special friend of mine, Shivan, with me. And Shivan, just like me, is a real crazy and ardent cricket and IPL fan. Shivan, how you doing, bro?
Hello, Rishab. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, bro?
Fine, fine, bro. As you asked, yes, I am really a great IPL fan, especially.
Yeah, so we all know that the IPL was, we all were really excited for the season, right? And now it's been postponed to April 15th, but we don't see it happening any sooner given the current scenario. So, Shivan, how excited were you for this season?
To be frank, I was really excited. I was like, okay, 29th March, we're going to start a new season. You know how IPL is like a festival in India, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, yeah.
celebration of cricket.
Yeah, me and my friends were all excited to start the season, like with support our favorite teams, to have some fights supporting our teams. And I was really disappointed when this all started, but we can't blame it because health crisis, right? So when this global pandemic was announced, yeah, IPL had to be put the postponed for good reasons.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And we were all set to see a lot of new faces in a lot of teams this year, given the option. So, how excited were you about new players coming in this season?
See, every season we have new talents coming up who's who perform really amazingly well, and they later come into Team India and they give their contributions. And I was really excited about this year's some young talents in Royal Challengers Bangalore, in Delhi Capitals, and yeah, a lot more to see from the Ranji Trophy, from all these leagues.
Yeah, we have seen that, especially Delhi Capitals is one that supports a lot of youngsters. You see,
young talent.
And Prithvi Shaw, they're all the future stars of Indian cricket, aren't they?
Yes, and we saw what impact they had last IPL too.
Yes, it was a very good turnaround for Delhi Capitals.
Yes.
So, in this given situation, do you think IPL can happen in May? Do you think there are even little chances of it happening in May? What do you feel?
To be honest, Rishab, I don't think so. It will be happening in May because BCCI won't take such big risk of hosting such a big event in May, because even though this COVID-19 situation might be becoming less in next month, but government wouldn't be allowing social gatherings. So in that case, without IPL fans, it's a big loss for BCCI, and without IPL fans, it's not an IPL, is what I feel. So I don't think so. They'll be making conducting the Indian Premier League in May, in the month of May.
We all know how massively full the stands are during this season, right? How people go out in numbers to support their team. And also, a lot of other sporting events have been called off across the world as well. So, yes, that is true. We may not see IPL happening in May. And also, another important aspect here is about the availability of the foreign players. What is your take on the availability of the overseas players?
Even if you consider that IPL is going to happen in May, do you really think that all other overseas boards like Cricket Australia will allow their players to come and play in India? I don't think so, because they are concerned about their players, and they have the World T20 World Cup coming up in Australia. So I don't think so they'll be sending up their players in this situation to India to play Indian Premier League.
Yes, that is true. I mean, IPL is a big tournament, all right, but players' safety and people's life is first before IPL. That is true. That is very true. So there have been a lot of discussions happening about how and when IPL can be conducted. One of the suggestion is BCCI is looking at the September window to conduct IPL. That is just before the World T20. Do you think it would be good to conduct it in September, like just before the World T20? What effects could that have? Do you think it's a feasible call, if at all it does happen?
World T20. So it's a T20 format, and I feel it's also T20 format. So I really think it's a good idea to have a domestic cricket tournament before an international tournament where players because IPL has players around the world.
Yeah, it can be a very good warm-up session, given that there has not been any cricket happening now, and players come, and IPL is a big league where there are players, as you said, all across the world. So that could be the perfect warm-up for the World T20. That is true.
Yes. Yes, and it will kick up the cricket season as well.
Yes, and also Michael Vaughan did suggest that we could have a 5-week IPL in September leading to the World T20. Do you think
Yes.
5-week IPL is a good call, or they should have a full tournament?
I mean, it's better to have a 5-week IPL than not having an IPL at all. So, yeah, it is a good call, is what I think.
Yeah, that is true. But then there are also chances of players getting injured just before the World T20. I mean, a lot of the foreign players and Indian players as well are injury prone. We do see that. So, what impact could that have on players before the T20 World Cup? You think the boards would be, I mean, confident enough to send in their players?
Do you want my opinion on this?
Yes. What is your take?
Yes.
On that?
Yeah. The thing is, like, we can't categorize cricket, right? Domestic cricket is as important as international cricket, is what I feel.
Yes, it is. It is.
So if you're getting injured in domestic cricket and you're not able to play international cricket, it's not a big deal. You played cricket, the game of cricket. You played the game of cricket. And concerned about the boards, yeah, they might hesitate sending their players to such a big tournament in keeping injuries in mind. Yeah, but I don't really have a say in what boards around the world think. So, yeah.
The BCCI has been in constant touch with the overseas boards as well, like Cricket Australia and ECB and Cricket South Africa, and they are continuously talking with the players as well. So it only remains to see what is going to happen in the time to come.
Yeah.
And also, there was one more suggestion that the BCCI is looking towards the October-November window to conduct the IPL. But incidentally, the World T20 is going to happen during the October-November window. And they want the ICC to postpone the World T20 in order to give them the slot to conduct the IPL. What do you think? Do you think that could happen? Do you think ICC will look to postpone the world, such a big event, the World T20?
Before coming to that question, it's really unfair.
Yeah,
it's really unfair because it's international cricket. I agree, all cricket formats are same. According to me, all cricket formats are equally important. But when it comes to an ICC event and a domestic cricket, I think we need to prioritize ICC event first. And cancelling ICC event for a domestic cricket event is actually like very bad suggestion is what I think. And I don't think so ICC will agree. But, there's internal politics everywhere. You can't really finalize decisions for them. But I don't think ICC will agree that to postpone a major ICC event for Indian Premier League.
Yes, that is there. We did see Patrick Cummins as well commenting that he would prefer international cricket over IPL. I mean, he has a 15.5 INR crore. That's a big contract. He has a massive contract with KKR, and he would also be looking at the money and stuff. But then he also said that international cricket comes before any domestic cricket, no matter how big the IPL is. So I agree. I agree with you on that point. But what if IPL does happen in the October-November window? Do you feel we can have a full tournament then? Or again, it would be a shortened one?
If BCCI manages to convince ICC with valuable points and ICC agrees to postpone the ICC T20 World Cup, then yes, we can have a full tournament, a regular IPL, which fans around the world are waiting.
Yeah, and we all are eagerly for IPL, aren't we?
Yes.
And there's also the Asia Cup that India has to play, I guess, just before or after September. I'm not sure. So what impact would that have? If we do play the IPL, then again the players will have to go for Asia Cup and then again for the World T20. So is it going to be too strenuous? I mean, they've had a long break now and suddenly you come back and you play a lot of cricket at one stretch and then you have a big ICC event. So would that not be a disadvantage for the players? Given the time,
it sure is a disadvantage for players, Rishab, because too many tournaments together, it's actually a big hectic thing for a whole team, the crew, everything. And, as we all know, IPL takes place during these months, March and April and May. These are the time where all ICC events are called off, and this is the time for IPL. And now that we have this situation of COVID-19 and global pandemic is declared by WHO, we lost that place, these 3 months, we've lost it. So in order to conduct this particular Indian Premier League in this year 2020. I think it's important. So even though it's very big of a hectic for players, I don't think so players will hesitate playing all these tournaments. I mean, yeah, it's professional cricket, but I'd like to ask you, Rishab, would you not play a whole Sunday, like from morning to evening, without any break?
Oh,
When you
yeah,
have passion for the
I
game?
would definitely love to play. And also, one more thing we have to look is a lot of players who do not play international cricket depend on IPL, not just for getting a chance in the national team, but also if you look at the earning aspect. I mean, a lot of players do depend on IPL where they get good contracts. So it is important for IPL to happen from that point of view as well, is it not?
Yes, yes. It's like IPL is a push for domestic players who play like Ranji. It's a push for them, for youngsters. This
Yes,
is a place where they can show their talent to entire nation.
yes,
This is a place they get recognized.
it is a big platform for all the players.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've seen people who are saying that IPL is not that important. It's okay for them to conduct IPL in 2020. I agree. I agree to their point. But when keeping factors like encouraging young players and the amount which IPL contributes for country's GDP and the involvement of international cricketers, the involvement of whole world in, IPL is one such event where whole world watches, and it is one pride for our nation. I don't think so there's any point putting in for 2021. And as you said, there are three suggestions: September, November. Anything could be done to conduct this event, Rishabh.
So the BCCI is planning to make the IPL do happen. They're going to have another meeting with all the franchises on April 14th. So only then we'll know the status. So we can only hope for the best. But as you did say, IPL has a lot of things involved: the foreign players, the sponsors, and the franchises, and it's a lot of things together. So do you think if the IPL does not happen, how big a loss can it be, not just to BCCI but to the franchises as well?
There's a lot of losses, Rishabh. There's already sponsors coming in for like various franchises. There's sponsors for IPL. There's a lot of money already spent in organizing IPL events. So that considering that, and loss of those players who are waiting so many years for so many years, now they are selected for some franchise. They have to wait for one more year now, right?
Yes, and
Example, there are players young players in various franchises. They waited for so long for their career to reach this point, and now they're disappointed because they have to wait for one more year. And who knows, their form will be same next year.
yes, a lot of things
Yes.
can happen in a year, and
Yeah,
players.
and we have a lot of old players like Mahendra Singh Dhoni,
Oh,
and
yes.
there are a lot of old players who might not be able to play next year.
Now, since you brought up
This might
MS Dhoni, Ravi Shastri had made a statement that MS Dhoni will have to perform in this IPL in order to get selected for the World T20. So, if IPL does not happen, MS has been out for a long time now. Do you see him
yes.
playing the World T20? I mean, how important can it be for him and players like that as well? Because obviously you have to select the team for World T20, and IPL is that format. If you perform well, you are going for the World T20. So especially MS and a lot of other players like that as well, how important is the IPL to happen this year for them?
Yeah, bringing up players, Mahendra Singh Dhoni needed to perform this IPL in order to get selected for the World T20. And now this IPL not happening might leave this BCCI selection committee in question. And there's a big loss because we know what impact MS Dhoni has on Indian team, no matter what format they're playing.
Oh, definitely.
So
Presence,
yeah.
his presence in the dressing room itself can, change the whole atmosphere of the team.
Yes, yes. So if at all IPL happened in these months and MS Dhoni had performed well, he would have easily booked a seat in T20 World Cup team. But now, IPL is not if IPL does not happen this year, it's a really big question for the selection committee to consider MS Dhoni, because as you told, he's been away for so long,
Quite a
and
long time now.
yeah, quite a long time. And we need to start getting young players into the Indian team. So yeah, his performance in IPL would have been a plus point, but now I think it's very tough for BCCI selection committee to select a World Cup team without MS Dhoni.
Also, quite a few of the big names in Indian cricket, like say Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, all of them were coming back from injury. They were expected to make a comeback in the South Africa series, but now it got cancelled due to this pandemic. And IPL would have been so important for these players as well to make a comeback and get themselves set for the World T20. So, how crucial can it be for players like these as well who are coming back from injury to not get any chance and then suddenly come back to cricket? So it's going to be a problem for them as well, right?
Yes, yes. See, now, example, we have IPL before the World T20. Last year, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, initially in the tournament, he didn't perform that well. Later, he picked up. IPL improves their form, is what I feel. So, yes, if IPL does not happen this year, it's going to be really tough for these players to directly face the T20 format in the World Cup, is what I feel. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And also now that we know that overseas players might not, the boards might not send their players. So what do you think? Should we have an IPL without the overseas players, or we do need overseas players? What do you feel about? What's your take on IPL without overseas players?
Yeah, how the fact that IPL will be only connected for 58 days makes everyone sad. The same thing happens when they say that there's no foreign players in the franchise. I mean, you can agree with me, Rishab, there are a lot of foreign players who keeps IPLs, at majestic level. Example, we have Chris Gale. Our Royal Challengers Bangalore is nothing without AB de Villiers.
Yes, there are big names like de Villiers, Kane and Gale and Watson and a lot of overseas players who picked up IPL. So, yeah, without having IPL without
overseas players, IPL is going to be I agree. Indian at the same time, to fill up the overseas player slots, we can have so many young talent, so many domestic cricket players coming up. I agree. There's a plus point as well as a negative point over there.
That is a positive. If at all they do go for an all Indian players IPL, then as you say, we can have a lot of domestic players and youngsters coming in, and they would get a better chance at.
Yes, it will be totally a new kind of IPL, which is not bad actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, it is not bad. I mean, a lot of these local talents can get more opportunities than they would have got with foreign players being in the side. So, yeah, I do feel that is one of the positives. If at all they go for an all Indian players IPL.
Yes.
But then, don't you think it's going to affect the viewership, because a lot of people watch IPL for the foreign stars as well, and a lot of countries, they might not want to watch it if there are no overseas players. So, what about the viewership point of view?
Viewership is surely reduced, Rishab, because as I told, around the world they watch it because of the foreign players, or maybe because of the popularity too. We can never be sure. But at the same time, I don't think Indians will give up watching IPL because their favorite foreign players are missing. I mean, people still watch Virat Kohli play in RCB, even if AB de Villiers is missing in the squad.
Waiting for the IPL, so we are going to watch.
Yes.
No matter.
Yes, I don't think Indians will give up watching IPL because few foreign players are not present in the team.
But how feasible would it be to have an IPL without foreign players?
If you look at the positive side, as I told, young talents, domestic players, it gives a lot of chance because a squad has a lot of slots for foreign players.
Oh yes, that is a valid point.
Slots, yes, to fill up those slots, there's going to be a lot of incoming local talents. Again, IPL will be more valuable then, is what I feel.
Yes, if we do look at the domestic point of view, it's going to be a help to the players. That is true. All right, it was really good having this conversation with you, bro. And we only got to wait till the BCCI gives a call and takes a call, and what lies further, it's not in our hands. So let's just hope for the best.
Yeah. Thank you, Rishab.
Thank you. That was great having a conversation with you, bro.
It was nice talking to you, Rishab.